and making a name for himself. And I remember being in huddles like this with Hart's team. And he was in this huddle like you, a young guy. He was like just hungry, wanting to come up. Nobody knew who he was. Nobody knew but he was always asking questions. He was always fired up, and he was always looking to expand his knowledge and not ever afraid to ask and go up and talk to people and reach out. And he was just so hungry. And so I'm excited because just as he is starting to make a name for himself in the company, who are you in the company, right? And so it's important because we have the opportunity to rally for our leadership and for our team, but we also have the opportunity to rise to the occasion for our own name, right? For who we are and for who God has called you to become, right? And so it's so important for you guys to take that seriously and understand that nobody in this room might know your name right now, but that doesn't have to remain a fact. And it's only up to you if that changes or not. It's only up to you if that changes or not. Will you be, 2 years from now, will I say, I remember seeing you. I remember seeing you in that huddle. I remember when we had that conversation. Or will I keep walking and not even know that you're in the room? And it's not just about me, but it's just about you understanding your name and the weight that it carries and the importance of the fact that every single one of us was put into this timeline, into this world, in this timeline, in this family that you have, in this business, with the leadership that you have. It was for a purpose and it was on purpose. And what you have to understand is that you have the answer for a question that is being asked in this generation. But will you rise to the occasion to be the answer? And that's why you see people on stage, because they're choosing to be the answer to a question. They're choosing to be an answer to your question, by the way. You guys all had a question. Can I make money? Can I change my life? And they decided to be the answer for you. But who's waiting for you to be the answer for them? How many people are waiting for you to be the answer for a question that you once had?
Millions.
But will you rise to that equation?
Yes.
So I have a question. Who here is a flag carrier?
Me. I'm the flag carrier.
Okay? I like to see that. I like to see that. Okay? So let me ask you this. What is a flag carrier?
A flag carrier is a person that pretty much is a flag carrier is like you have the pride of like your leader's organization, mentality, everything that he's about, the vision of where you guys are going, and like you're aligned with him. Right?
Yeah.
So I mean, he runs, you run. He rides, you die. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
you're a flag carrier.
What's your name?
Bugo.
Bugo. I heard about you, Bugo.
Whoa.
Okay, all right. All right, so here's the reality. We hear this word, be a flag carrier, be a flag carrier. We hear that all the time, and a lot of times we equate that to just the person who's doing more, or the person that we see their name being called most often, right? A lot of times, and I'm proud of you guys for many of you raising your hand when I asked that question, but a lot of times some of you didn't raise your hand, and sometimes what we do is we look to the person that we feel like our leader depends on the most, and we say, oh, they're the flag carrier. Oh, they're the one that's doing the most. But in reality, where did that even come from, being a flag carrier? That came from military, from years and years and years ago, when people needed somebody to physically carry a flag. And that flag, it wasn't just about, the fact that we're proud of our colors and we're proud of our name and who we are, but it was also about the momentum and the energy of the entire army, the entire team. It was a rallying point. When they felt like they were falling, when they felt like they were down, if somebody picked up the flag and put it up into the air, they knew we're still in this. We still got a chance. We're still going. Let's keep going. The flag is very interesting because imagine if I handed you a 5-pound weight and I asked you to hold it like this. If I hand you a 5-pound weight, if you hold it like this, if I hand it to you right now, that would be very easy for you to do physically.
Facts.
If you're holding it like this for 10 minutes, it might feel a little heavy, but you can still do it.
Right.
If I have you hold that weight out like this for another 10 or 15 or 20 minutes, it might feel a little heavy. Your arm might feel like, you might start to have like an awareness that this is in your hand now, this weight is in your hand, but you can still hold it. If I have you hold this for an hour, you might start feeling like, okay, you might start to change the position of your body according to the weight, because even though it is still only 5 pounds, that weight, you're becoming more aware of it. And so you start to maybe shift your body and your awareness of that weight that you're holding. But if I ask you to hold that same weight and don't put it down for a day, for 2 days, for 3 days, some of you would drop the weight because it just became too much, even though the weight never changed. And the reality is that so many of us, we're allowing the weight that is constant, that has not changed, to overcome us when it's something we were actually built to be able to carry. It's in your capacity to carry it, but over a long period of time, that same weight becomes heavier. It's not that the weight changed, it's that you changed. Your fatigue started to set in. You started to become tired. You started to become aware of the weight. You started to pay attention to the weight. You started to change your position based off of the weight. Rather than allowing the weight to not change you, you change yourself to continue to carry the weight. And so the thing is that when you think about being a flag carrier, you have to understand that there's so much more to that than saying, I'm the one that people look at because I'm holding the flag. You have to be ready to carry the weight. You have to be the person that people are able to look to when they're feeling down. Because what happens if the flag carrier, that weight starts to feel heavy and they let go of the flag? But then somebody who's over here fighting and they're tired and they look around, they don't see the flag, they feel like all hope is lost. But if you're able to pick that thing up and carry the flag and carry the weight, then the team feels like we still have a chance, we can keep going. And here's the thing, that weight, it's heavy when just one person has to carry it. But imagine I had that weight and I had 1 or 2 people come and hold my arm up when I started to do this, when I started to fall to the weight. Imagine if I had 2 or 3 people that would come up under my arm and help me hold that weight. Imagine if this whole entire team, you imagine every single one of you holding your hands out and lifting up my arm, and then you lifting up his that's holding mine, and you lifting up his that's holding his, and you lifting up hers that's holding his. And then at that point, this weight is non-existent because we're holding it together. It doesn't matter how heavy it is. That's a flag carrier mentality. When you don't let one person hold the flag by themselves. When you look around at your team and you say, we are the flag carriers, we carry the flag, and the flag is that important that we will make sure that it will not drop. Are you really willing to be a flag carrier day in, day out, when the weight is heavy, when it feels like you're ready to let go? Are you really willing to hold that weight and change your position and your mindset, or will you succumb to it? That's what we talk about when you hear a lot of people talking about your capacity. And they're saying, stretch your capacity. If there's too much on your plate, get a bigger plate. That's the reality. If the weight is getting too heavy, get stronger. And if you're not strong enough, then find the people that can help you hold it until you are able to get your reps in. That's what being a flag carrier is. And that's what this team needs. This team needs real flag carriers who will not let the weight become too heavy for one. There's one voice, one sound, one band. We move in unison. That's how you guys have to be as an organization. The thing that I want you guys to understand is that there's such an opportunity in PHP today. Some of you guys might be looking at the people on stage and going, man, they've been here longer than me. Man, their name is in lights and I don't know if I could do that. I'm just in my 20s, I'm just 19, whatever it is, I'm a young person. I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if my name is meant for that. Like, I want to do it, I see it, but I don't know if I really can. These people have been here way longer than me, they're more mature than me. These people have, Swazo's an engineer, and this person comes from that's not my background. I don't know, can I do it too? The answer is yes. The opportunity today is so great and so big, but it's up to you to understand the timing that you're in today's PHP. You don't even want to be started when we got started with Heart. You think you want to be there, but you don't. People think they want to be coached by Patrick, but they don't. People think they wanted to be in the grind times, but they don't want, you wouldn't have wanted that. But like I said, there's a specific timing that you're in right now that's special for you. And so because you're in this timing right now, there's a certain favor that is here for you right now. It used to take us 6 months to get paid, guys.
Dang.
We used to have to get wet signatures and drive to somebody's house at midnight if we forgot a signature. We had to fax in, and if one page wasn't there, then we had to go back and redo the whole thing. Like, the opportunity today is so simple. We just have to go do it and take it and understand the opportunity that we have. Man, Swazzle was talking last night about our compensation. We were talking with Tom Dempsey, and he was saying how, most companies, there are zero, the reality. There are zero other companies that will take chargebacks for that the company will take the chargeback for the team. So if you know how if your agent has a chargeback, what happens? They pay it, right, out of their next commission, right?
Yeah.
Did you know in other companies, that rolls up to you if they don't pay it? There are zero other companies that don't make you do that. PHP is the only one that you don't have to do that. Did you know that this company it's such a blessing, but we take so much for granted because we don't know. It's like the kid who grows up in the mansion, they don't know they're in a mansion. They think they're just in a house. And all their friends are in mansions because the person across the street and next door and who I live next to, everybody lives in a mansion. So this is normal. So they don't even realize that they're in luxury. And as humans, we're programmed to what? Want more. So then they're in the mansion going, is this all? Can I have more? I want more than this, which is great for them. But the reality is you need to be blessed and know that you're in a mansion.
Right.
Sometimes it takes perspective to understand how blessed you are.
Oh, see.
And so I want you to understand the timing of where you are in today's PHP, that this you are primed to become a millionaire. You are primed to go and win. You are primed to do all the things that you could have ever imagined in your wildest dreams. Because there was so many people and so much work that came before you so that you can walk into a mansion.
Dang.
But you have to realize that you're in a mansion right now and take hold of every real opportunity that is here for you. Don't take for granted what you have here. You'll see people, they'll leave, they'll go, whatever, but I promise you one thing. If you're here, it's because this has something to do, alignment with your purpose. You saw something. There was a glimpse of something that made you sign on the dotted line and pay your $199. And that glimpse, it was a piece of your purpose. And you can decide, you know what, this is too hard, I don't want to do it, whatever. You can quit, but you will always, for the rest of your life, look back on this and say, what could have been? What if? Dang, I was there. Dang, look at Hart, look at Burke, look at where they are today. This is 20 years later. Look where they're at today. Man, I was there in the beginning. What if that will always be in the back of your mind. But you have the opportunity to choose to do it right now. See that you're in a mansion and take the resources that you have and go make them work for you. Because that's the reality of today. It's the easiest time to be successful in this business. And I hope that you guys are here not just to take, but I hope that you're here to give back, to give to this company because we need you guys. We're in a new phase of PHP that we need the next layers to rise up. We need new faces, new names, new stories. Everybody's heard my story. Everybody knows, like, what's your story? What's the next person that can get inspired? We want to know who you are, where you come from. So you have to be willing to come out of here and make a bold move. If you leave here and you return the same, then you didn't come to a life-changing event, you just came to a show. You wasted your money, you wasted your time.
Can you say that again?
If you leave here the same, you did not come to a life-changing convention, you came to a show. You spent your money for entertainment. You have to decide if these 3 days are purely entertainment or if it's the starting ground of the rest of your life. And I promise you, there are many people that you see walking around here that they're gonna leave and you'll never hear their name. It's not because it wasn't an opportunity. It's not because they didn't have everything that they needed to be successful. But it's because they didn't have the mindset of their takeaway and their bold move coming out. So if you're serious about changing your life, because I promise you, you can change your life. Guys, I came from a single mother. My mom was a single mom. She worked 6 jobs most of my life. When I was little, we used to walk home from school, go to the ice cream shop, not because we were having ice cream, but because my mom worked there scooping ice cream as one of her jobs. And we would sit in the back booth and do our homework. And there were days when we would come home and we would flick the lights and nothing would happen. And there were days when we would put our chips and things from this free lunch at school in the backpack just to make sure if there's some snacks when we get home. And there are sacrifices that our families made. There's no way the life that my kids have today. I live in almost 6,000 square foot home. We've had Porsches, we've had Lincoln, you name it, we travel the world. My kids are in competitive cheerleading and kickboxing and basketball, and we're traveling and they're doing all these things. Like, I look at my kids and I'm like, their life is my wildest dreams when I was their age. And it's because of a company like this. Guys, I got pregnant like a little bit after high school. I was right after college, or I had just kind of started college. Right after high school, I got pregnant with my daughter. I couldn't go finish college. I had to go start working. I didn't have anything. My sister would bring diapers and formula after church on a Sunday because she knew that we didn't have it to give. We would eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches just to be able to afford diapers. Like, I should not have the life that I have today. It's because of this company that somebody gave me an opportunity to change my life, and I was dumb enough to believe in it. When everybody around us told us, that's a pipe dream, you ain't never gonna do nothing there, nobody really makes money in those companies, that's not real, we still put our heads down because we believed in that glimpse, in that vision that God showed us when we paid our $199. And I'm so grateful that we held on and that we fought a little bit, because then we were able to bring on a guy named Chris Hart and Vecina Hart. And then we were able to go and build our business, and then they went and did this and that. You don't know what blessings God is trying to give you, and you don't know what blessings God is trying to give through you. You have no idea whose life you're going to change. You have no idea if you just believe it. But you cannot be casual about this event. You cannot be casual. If you don't want your kids to have my story, you go make a change and do something about it. Your kids don't have to know what it feels like to flip a light switch and nothing happen. Your kids don't have to know what it feels like to have to get it out the mud. Your kids don't have to know that. There are generations of people that are waiting for you at this time to make a decision. So make a bold move. I want you guys, if you're serious, text Burke before we get out of this meeting and tell him, this is what I'm going to do. Focus on it. Pay attention to it. You don't have to do it right this second if you don't know. If you need a little time to process it. But before you leave Nashville, I want you to tell him, what is your bold move going to be? What is it that's going to show in your action that you changed, that this event changed you, that your life will not be the same? What will be different? Because you cannot be different and the same at the same time. And if you want your life to look different, then you cannot remain the same. I'm so excited for this organization, guys, because there's a lot of people, I'm sure, that count you out. When we started in this business, Curtis and I were 24 and 25 years old. We were babies. Already had kids. I was a single mom at the time. Curtis and I were just dating. My first husband had just passed away. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was just trying to figure it out. I knew I couldn't have one income and make it work for me feeding my kids. And I knew that I needed to figure it out fast. And this company changed our lives. There's people who doubt you. Who cares? They're going to look at your age. They're going to look at your accomplishments and the things that you've done already and try to make you believe that that has something to do with where you're going. But it doesn't. It has nothing to do. So I can't wait to see the bold moves that are going to be made out of this convention from this team. because we need more people that look like you for people to look up to. There's too many people, too many of our people that are looking up to the wrong examples. But this is why you're here. For you to change it. For you to say you don't have to get the bag and be flued out, and you don't have to be the one showing all of this and that. For you to be able, you don't have to depend on catching a guy to make your whatever. You can be the boss and you can be the inspiration. You don't have to, bounce a ball or throw a ball or sell on the street corner for you to be somebody. You don't have to be able to rap and have those skills. Like, you guys have to understand the bigness of you at this age and this time being the change of a generation. But you have to believe in it and you have to go work for it. Because nobody's going to respect you just because you were with people who they respect. You got to go make your name the name that they respect. And that only happens in the quiet, in the dark, when nobody's paying attention, when nobody's watching. It's not always the loudest person. It's the person who's committed to the work. So I hope you guys are committed to the work. I've been hearing about a couple of names here, guys. I heard about Bugo. Bugo. I heard about you. I heard about Bugo. I heard about Cam, Kelsey, Waja. Who is Kelsey? She's not here. Well, there you go. There's some people that will be here. Their names are being pushed, but where are they at? Are you willing to pick up the flag when somebody dropped it? Who's Waja? Okay, Waja. So where are you at right now in the business? Associate? Okay, all right. So when are you going to go hit director? 25, 25, 25. Huh? This month. Put money on it. For sure. Like for sure. Like it's good as cash. Huh?
I'll throw 100 right
now. No, I don't need you to put money on it for me. I'm saying, is it good enough as money? Is your word money? Yes. Is your character strong as a man? That you're looking me in my eyes and you're telling me that I'm going to do something and you're going to stand on your word?
Yes, this thing is. I wouldn't lie. I know.
I can't wait to see that. All right. Bugo, where are you at? Where are you at in the business? FA. Okay, when are you going to go hit director? Hitting MD. Okay, so when are you going to hit MD? March 31st. March 31st. Okay. So where are you at? What's your numbers for MD? What do you need?
57.
Okay. All right, so no matter what, you're hitting MD. You're putting your word on it. You're standing on business. Are you guys going to help him carry the flag?
We're flag carrying.
Okay. Don't say it if you're not going to do it. You're going to do it. No matter what. No matter if good as cash. Okay. Cam, where's Cam? Okay, where you at?
Associate.
Okay, what do you have? What's your next goal? You hitting MD? You're hitting director?
I'll be hitting director, quarter one, popping out, quarter two.
25, 25, 25?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I mean, not 20,
And then I want
30,
my
30,
watch.
60.
I want my watch about Met.
Huh?
I want my watch about Met.
Okay. So what do you have left for your watch?
49K.
49K. Okay, so what is it going to take for you to actually go hit your watch?
Get the top 25 every week.
Top 25 every week. Okay, so daily, what does that look like?
Daily?
Yeah. For you to get top 25 every week, what does that look like for you?
Massive prospect.
Massive prospecting. So
Social
what is your
media.
schedule going to be different than it was before? Because if you were going to hit 50K and you know
Yeah.
how to do it, then you
Alright.
would have did it.
Yeah, so
so
I put
tell
it
me
up.
what's your different that you're going to do?
I'm going to networking event every Thursday. I'm already researching, trying to find something already.
How many numbers are you going to get every single day?
Every single day, at least 5.
At least 5 a day.
Yeah, because I crush 25.
Okay. Are you guys going to help him carry the flag? Are you guys going to help hold him accountable? Are you going to hold him accountable to become an MD by March? Are you going to make sure that this guy is going to become a director?
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about, and that's what it takes. For everybody to know each other's goal, because I can say carry the flag and everybody's going to run out of here and go do their own version of what that means. But if you don't know what each other needs and what you're depending on each other for, then how can you help each other hold the flag? So I'm excited for you guys to come together as an organization, for you to figure out how to hold each other accountable and help each other hold the flag so that the weight doesn't become too heavy on one or the other. I'm excited for you guys to make a big, bold move coming out of this event, and I'm excited to see the new names out of this. What is your team called? Prosperity? Proactive. Out of this proactive base shop. It's time to get proactive, y'all. I can't wait. I can't wait to see it.
Thank you. Come on.
Proactive every turn, proactive put in work, 1,000 busted seats, we next SVP, boo!
I appreciate that, man.
Of course.